Didar Singh Khalsa, owner of Guru Rum Das Orchards, has been a success at the Berkeley Farmers Market for 22 years. But when he first planted his fruit trees, he was just a self-proclaimed tree nerd. The business has grown much like his fruit does, organically.
We were going down to San Francisco to take a yoga course in would have been 79, I think. And we stopped at a farm in Colfax. I don't know if you know where Colfax is. And to buy some apples, and it was cool, you know. It was wintertime, and of course in wintertime in Reno where we lived, it was cold. There was a little snow on the ground. Everything was brown, and Colfax was green and beautiful. And here was this orchard in, you know, November, December, whatever it was, that was all green and lush and beautiful. And I thought, Jesus, this would be great. So I remember actually talking with the owner about, you know, how do you get into it? And he sort of told me, well, you can't really get into this. You have to either marry it or inherit it. You can't start a farm yourself. It's impossible.
But Didar did just that. He and a partner purchased hillside land in Esparto, California, where he planted saplings that would eventually come to bear the diverse collection of fruits he is known for.
Just happened to see an ad in the Sacramento Bee, you know, in the spring of 1980 for this property. And I you know, it was much further west than I wanted to go, but we did decide to buy her just because it was affordable, right? They would take a small down payment and they would finance it over 12 years. I had a farm partner at the time, a guy named Steve Flack, and he and I would drive down almost every weekend for 9 years. From Reno, which is 170 miles, work most of Saturday. Say we'd leave Reno at 3 in the morning, we'd get down here at 6:30. We'd work most of the day, and then we'd take off the same day and get back to Reno maybe 9, 10, 11 at night, you know. And we did that every week and for a long time. You know, having had it so hard the first 2-3 years, it was exciting to start to learn and feel like, hey, I'm on top of this a little bit. I'm not a complete idiot. You not only feel excited to see the trees grow, but you feel a sense of accomplishment that, hey, I don't know anything about this, and yet I've learned how to do this. I can kind of, and you can see your way forward, right? You can sort of see how, well, in 5 years it's going to be like this, and they're going to bear this much fruit, and I can make this much money off it, and I can, you know, it was delightful.
As Didar was learning the ins and outs of organic farming, many other organic farms had just cropped up in the area. However, he was growing Valencia oranges, which led the Berkeley Farmers Market to seek him out, and the rest, as they say, is history.
I had never heard of farmers markets. My original plan had been to sell everything like at co-ops or my restaurant or someplace, you know, knowing that I wanted to just have little bits of this and that so I could handle it myself, right? Because if you have 10 acres of apricots, you're going to need 30 guys to pick those apricots. I have such great loyal customers in Berkeley, having gone to the same markets for 22 years. I mean, there's just, I generally can sell everything I grow at a pretty good price. I got ahead of the game. We don't have a big mortgage like a lot of people do. So although I don't make much money, it doesn't take much to live. So
the challenge of growing organic, no pesticides, no genetically modified organisms, hasn't been a challenge at all for Didar. The trees, au naturel, make him happy.
I don't think I ever felt or wanted to quit because I could see the trees growing. Gradually, you know, the first 2-3 years I was getting through on excitement anyway. By the 4th or 5th year, not everything, but a lot of stuff was doing good then, right? And I was just excited as hell. So I don't think there was ever a point where I wasn't pretty happy about it. When I'm away, the trees are growing. I mean, that's just mind-blowing. They never stop growing. They never stop working for me and my family. I mean, I just loved it.